boys and girls. Today in writing, I am going to teach you about another type of poem. This type of poem is called a concrete poem. Now, I don't know if you know what concrete is, but it is the kind of gray, hard material that is on sidewalks, maybe playgrounds, maybe parking lots, maybe driveways. It's gray, right? It's made of rock and sand and other things, and it's hard. It takes the shape of whatever you pour the concrete into, and it's hard, it doesn't move. So a concrete poem, the words take the shape of whatever it is the poem is about. So I'm going to zoom you up a little bit closer here and see if you can see. I put two examples of concrete poems up here. So this one, as you can see, is about a fox because the words take the shape of the fox, don't they? So let me read what it says. See, here's his ears, right? His eyes, his little snout, his back, and then his big bushy tail, right? So let me read what it says. Quiet and peaceful, sounds hum all around. Sleeping, dreamer. Soft, cozy breathing that mimics the gentle wind. Do not forget about the trees swaying, blanketing the ground in fresh new clothes of gold and red. Covering the den with whimsy, and oh, how the sun shines through the trees, wishing to touch your fur. Okay, so that poem sounds like the fox, see the title up here in the corner, fox. The fox sounds like he's sleeping, getting ready for winter maybe. I think it's interesting that the poet, whose name is Julia, made words like quiet and peaceful part of his ears, because sounds you hear could be quiet and peaceful. And here he said sounds hum all around, and that's on his ear also. And then when they talked about sleeping and dreaming, those were his eyes. And then his breathing, they talked about on his nose or snout, right? So I think that's an interesting poem. But it takes the shape of the fox, and what it does is it outlines, okay? Well, there's another way you can do a concrete poem. This one is of an umbrella, right? This poem is about an umbrella, and the words fill in the shape of the objects. It fills in the whole thing. There's no white space in the middle. And so their poem, honestly, is just the same words said over and over again, and the words are words like splash, splosh, pitter, patter, raindrops. So splish, splash, pitter, patter, raindrops. And those words are big and small, and they just fill up the whole shape of the umbrella. So that's a different type of a concrete poem, okay? So how are you gonna do a concrete poem? You might think, gosh, this looks so hard, but let me tell you what, I did this when I taught kindergarten, and my kindergartners loved doing these, and they wrote them over and over and over again, and they're really not hard, and I'm gonna teach you how, okay? So, first thing you need to do is think about what you want your poem to be about. I really suggest that the one you pick today should be about something that's very simple to draw, very easy to draw. A football, a lollipop, a cupcake, the sun, a raindrop. You could maybe do a cat, but don't get complicated, okay? A face maybe, okay? Look at the simple object I picked, a heart. So the way you're gonna start this, you're gonna need 2 pieces of plain white paper, okay? The first piece of white paper, you need to use a dark colored marker, like black, brown, blue, purple, and you need to draw the shape, just the outline of the shape, whatever your poem is gonna be about. So mine's gonna be about love or hearts, okay? I drew my shape in black with a marker. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm gonna take another piece of paper, okay? I'm gonna put it in front of it. Oh, do you see how I can see through it and I can see the shape on the other side? Then you're gonna need a piece of tape or a grown-up to help you hold that page still, okay? And you're gonna tape it to the table. We're gonna pretend that this is my table, okay? Because you need to be able to see what I'm doing. You need to tape it to the table. Then you need something to write with. I suggest a pencil, or I'm gonna use a marker so that you can see, because if I write with pencil, you can't see at home, so I'm gonna use a marker. Okay, so I think for today's first one, it would be best if we write just along the outside of the shape, okay? So I'm just going to talk about things that make me think of love, okay? And I'm going to start here. And my words are going to follow the heart, okay? I might have to turn my paper, so I might have to untape it and retape it. And you at home might have to like move your body around the table in order to follow the path. So here we go. I'm going to just say, love is, and I'm going to put 3 dots, snuggling let's see, with, now I'm not leaving very much space between my words. Do you see this? Usually when we write sentences, we put good spaces between our words, but on this poem, I don't really want to. I don't want very many gaps. I want them closer together. Love is snuggling with, let's see, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit, with my kids and pets. See how I keep turning my paper? Love is helping others love is kindness and patience and forgiveness. Now I ran out of room. I needed a little more space filled in, so I made exclamation points. See what I did? I wrote love is, and then I wrote love is again, and then I wrote love is again, right? And then I ended with exclamation points. So that's my concrete poem. Now look, now I'm gonna take and peel it away so that the back is gone. Now I have a concrete poem. I wrote my words in the shape of a heart, and nobody knows that I used this as a little cheat to help me, okay? So you're gonna pick a simple shape. You're gonna draw the outline on a piece of white paper, stick another piece over it just like I did, and write about that object. And remember, poems don't have any rules. You can make it rhyme, it doesn't have to rhyme. You can just describe your object, right? Like here, they just wrote the same words over and over again that describe an umbrella, okay? So if you pick football, you could write the names of all the Chiefs players around the shape of a football, okay? If you picked the sun, you could just write a bunch of words that have to do with the sun, like summer and swimming and popsicles and sunburns and all of that, okay? But I can't wait to see your concrete poems. I hope you like making them. We will make another one tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try out one where you have to fill it in, and I'll show you kind of how to do that, okay?